realize my tank sprung a leak. I'm stuck. And the only place close enough to land... Wait.
You're not suggesting...
Tolaman 2, Terramorph Heaven. So, I sat down, grabbed the highest caliber weapon I've got, and start walking. Boom.
If that had actually happened, you wouldn't be there.
What can I do for you, applicant? Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it. MASS is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the 3 co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable, most people will prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable. Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us. All right, here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system. Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Hey, Vanguards risk their lives every day to keep people safe. So what if he doesn't understand whatever this fancy thing of yours is?
Easy there, John. We all have our sore points. Everyone agrees we need to talk to your Vanguard about what he found. Let's leave it at that.
All right, I'll let it slide. No good for the recruiting office to be seen arguing with the civs anyway. Sol system has a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. The process starts with registration down in the orientation hall. Or did you have a question?
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Fine by me. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center. Having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So don't worry, I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. I'll be here. Time to go?
This is bullshit! I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist then.
Hey, I get it. But there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate. Sorry, but I have to get back to work. You know, I believe we've got the best mining team
Maybe it's not too late to get you right back.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor. Mining Director for the Deimos Mining Project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat. So long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough. Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh? Oh, come on, mate. It's perfectly safe. We're miles away, so all we get is a little jiggle now and again. Just make sure to hold the railing when going downstairs and you'll be fine. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now.
Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books.
I love the enthusiasm. Do yourself a favour and get to know some of the miners. It'll remind you what you're doing this for. Anyway, I'm getting off track. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. I'm getting there. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some more. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. Yeah, don't you think I want to? Corporate sets the contracts and they're not giving out anymore, so we work with what we've got. Something to do with insurance, benefits, and other liabilities, so I don't make the rules. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Sidonia is an industrial town. People there tend to be.
Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me. Or check out our posts on the mission boards. Oh, darling. We're the baddest bounty hunters in the settled systems. People pay us to find criminals, scum, and other lowlives when they don't want to or can't track them down themselves. Ooh, should I tell ya? What the hell? It got me in trouble, but it's a good story. So, I got a bounty for this guy. Real tough spacer, you know? I find a ship, board without him knowing, and I literally catch him with his pants down, getting ready for the day or something, I don't know. Anyway, before he can react, I tackle him to the ground to cuff him, and he lets off a sly quip thinking he's got game, but I don't take kindly to that kind of advance, see? And well, bounty says alive or dead, so I make the call and I put him down. Anyway, turns out it wasn't the right guy, but this guy was also wanted. What are the odds, right? Well, the Alliance didn't think it was as funny as I did, so now I'm stuck here helping new recruits. So, you're fixing to take yourself on a little bounty hunt. Well, look no further than the Broken Spear. The Trackers Alliance posts jobs on the mission board over there. Big old console, can't miss it. Now, look, much as I'm itching to get back out there and take down wanted marks on my own, I can't help you any more than that. So, don't come crying to me if you can't hack it, you hear? Good. If you recall, I'm only stationed here because of a mistake I made. Been bugging me ever since. The bounty that got away. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you. Alright, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good.
Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Got cold beers and good atmosphere. We get a lot of new faces passing through here. Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust. See? That's what I'm talking about. You give respect, you get respect. I'm glad you understand. You ain't been around. Went off on patrol, hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
Ma'am. Sounds about right, yeah. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say? Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me? And maybe he's not gonna get found. I'm out the cash either way. Yeah, I get your point. This isn't getting us anywhere. That's enough. You either pay up or get out. I'm done talking about this. Let me confirm the amount. Okay, let's talk. Last time he was here, Moera kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Hello, traveler. Some other time, then.
Looking for more work? I'm wondering if you might be up for doing me a favor of the personal kind, off the books. Good. I'm already getting readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it as your cut of the bounty for your assistance.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped.
Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out. Oh man, I'm still new here, so I don't know how qualified I am to answer that. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Everyone. Free Stars, UC, even Varun uses us in some capacity. Because I guess we're all about free trade for all. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson Fleet, right? They pay my salary, so as far as I'm concerned, they're all right in my book. Man, sorry, I can't really say that. Really, they told me not to say anything like that because rumors, you know? All I know is that we're running a business here, and I was told to take in all trades and sell whatever we've got. And listen, I'm not gonna worry about anything other than that. Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still alive. He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. Good size, too. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did. And I had to process the sale and store the thing. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even weirder, someone came in and bought it like right away. The hell's that about, right? Cool. That's what we do here. Yo, stay good out there.
Commerce never rests. So if you wouldn't mind.
If you're here to broker a deal, why don't you try someone else? You bet your arse we do, love. You've got all these dusties crammed into this tin can of a city, scrambling to use their profit shares to pay their bills. If they have a thin month in the mines, the credits are still due. So we're here to buy anything and everything people want to sell. And I do mean everything, if you catch my meaning. Not that I'm admitting to anything, of course. I'm in what you might call the Special Liaisons Department. When the TA needs to deal with, let's call them organizations that tend to fly below the radar, that's where I step in. I keep my own hours and the pay is good, so who the hell am I to complain? Ah, fancy yourself Trade Authority material, do ya? Well, all we've got right now is some freelance cargo work, but the pay's good. Not sure exactly what's available at the moment, but you'll find jobs posted up on the mission board over in the Broken Spear. Good luck out there. All right, let me get back to work.
Keep our children safe. Keep them out of harm's way. Thank you from the Sonokia Department of Labor.
Enhance, we all want to look our best. Am I right? You'd be surprised, I think. There are many dangerous jobs on Mars. Mining, military training, manufacturing. As such, there are sometimes accidents. Therefore, it stands to reason there is a lot of reconstructive surgery to be done after the other doctors and surgeons do their work. The work being done here at this enhanced branch may not be as glamorous as others, but it is no less important to those that receive it. I admit, I took this job because I thought it would be easier and low stress. I thought, who would be getting cosmetic surgery in a place like this? But I was wrong. I am constantly busy treating scars, fitting prosthetics, and helping people recover from the dangers of working here.
I want to keep working for Enhance. But until my transfer is approved and a replacement is found, it looks as if I'll be stuck here. You're probably right. At the end of the day, I'm helping someone look their best. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Goodbye.
Hey. Another day, another limb or digit to reattach due to an easily preventable work accident. Let me guess. You're here because you were working a cutter, accidentally nipped your thumb off, and you need me to reattach it again? Well, that's a relief. You'd be surprised. Happens at least once or twice a week. Sorry. I tend to think the worst, since the overwhelming majority of my patients come here to treat entirely preventable accidents. I know it's my job to help people, and I love doing it, but I do wish they'd be a little more careful down in the mines. I'm Dr. Flynn. What can I do for you today? Ah, so you're an empath. Very few people have this gift, or curse, depending on how you look at it. There have been some clinical trials of a regimen that can suppress this talent permanently. It's perfectly safe, assuming you're interested. Take all the time.
Howdy.
Oh, I swear the next gobshite miner who walks in here fancying me for lack of better options is gonna need Enhanced to put their face back together. Bollocks. Is that how I come off now? Work's getting to me, I suppose. It's just... You see, no one on this bloody planet seems to follow basic safety precautions. It's always, Dr. Flynn, reattach me arm, or help me with this frostbite. Well, maybe if you took the time to properly dress yourself for the outside, you wouldn't be losing your fingers, you idiot. Sorry for the rant, just for a change, I'd rather be treating a common cold, and not some horrific yet entirely preventable accident. You know, I've been saying that going on 10 years now. You'd think I'd take me own advice, open up my own practice on a nice, safe world, maybe settle down with someone. I'd be much happier, for sure. But the truth is, the pay is exceptional here, and all these careless idiots keep me busy. Maybe it's enough to stay with it and retire early instead. I've often wondered why myself. I've got some theories. From what I hear, the equipment's supposedly not in the best shape, so that's part of it. But I also happen to know the miners can get very competitive, since their bonuses are determined by how well they exceed their quotas. So that leads to a bunch of meatheads going out of their way to avoid following safety precautions and taking shortcuts to squeeze out a little extra job performance. It's bollocks, that's what it is. Well, sure. You look to be an easy patient for a Let's have a little look-see at you. There's nothing wrong with you. Stay healthy.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything.
Hello, welcome to the Sidonia UC Exchange. The best goods, all courtesy of the United Colonies, straight to all of the wonderful UC soldiers, workers, and other citizens. I've got a little of this, a little of that, and maybe a little of some other things you wouldn't expect to find at the UC shop, But that's because I try to provide for everyone here. So please, browse my stock and let me know what I can get for you, friendo. Oh, friendo, you have no idea. You see, not only do I sell goods for the United Colonies, I also need to receive the shipments, stock the shelves, manage the inventory. Why, even now I have this big delivery. Tracking says it is here, but it is clearly not here. I don't see it, do you? The ship is out in the desert of Mars, not where it should be. Ship services tells me they can look at it, but I need my goods soon, and they're taking too long. You could? Yes? This is what I hoped when we talked. If you go to where the ship was last seen, you could look at it. Find out what happened. Take care of anything on board that shouldn't be there. Pirates, killer robots, heat leeches, whatever. And check the crates to make sure nothing is broken. Then come back to me, so I can send someone to recover the shipment and get to selling. Easy as peasy, as they say.
Subterranean particle detonation.
Welcome back.
Be
Will
advised
you
to
tell me the
secure
word
this
on the ship?
article and find...
Do I have any good deals, you say? Friendo, I am full of good deals. My prices may be fixed by UC pencil pushers many worlds away, but I may find ways to work with you. For example, I buy things to refurbish and resell. You bring me these, I give you credits, and we make deals.
Particle detonation concluded.
Ah, yes, it is the accent. I have been asked this before. Do not worry, I take no offense. From a very young age, I spent most of my life among the stars, aboard one ship or another. I picked up many ways of speaking, many languages. Because of this, the way I speak sounds strange to some, but that is the price I pay for knowing all the languages I do. The UC, my employer, they try to furnish my exchange with plenty, but other planets, they need more, so we need to make do with what we get. But me, I have other ways of getting goods to sell, and so I do. I get a little bit of this and that from here and there, and that is how I provide for you and me. You understand? Take a look. Be safe out there.
Please keep prolonged showers and other water use to a minimum. Do your part to preserve our precious resources. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
When I get older, I'm gonna work in the mines, like my dad did, so I can save up and buy my mom a house somewhere nice. Hey, who are you? Nice to meet you. I hope you like it more than I do here. I'm Taye. I live here in the condos. Sorry, I don't usually talk to strangers, and I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about lots of different things right now. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I'm just worried about my mom. She gets sad all the time, and I just want to help her. She's been that way since my dad died. Only, she doesn't like me talking about it to other people, so I probably shouldn't. But you know what? Maybe you should talk to her? She says she doesn't get to talk to too many other adults much. Maybe talking to her would help. I don't know. It's worth a shot though. Right? Nah, there's no school in Sidonia. My mom says it's because everything's so packed together, there's no room for it. But also, there's almost no kids here either, so it doesn't make sense to have one. Instead, we learn remotely. It's cool, I guess, but it'd be cooler if I got to hang out with more kids my age. Like, my friend Renee is fun to hang out with and all, but I think she probably feels the same way. Having a real school would be nice. I don't know. I guess we just make up some games. Usually I just hang out and talk with Renee since she's close to how old I am. Sometimes we go to the community center and they have stuff to do there. Like crafts, movies, music, and other activities. But except not when the adults are having a meeting. Renee calls them sad meetings because everyone seems so sad in them. I asked my mom what they were, but she says it was something to do with drinking. And like, I've never gotten sad after drinking water, so I don't know what's going on. Bye.
In order to avoid injury,
I should consider myself lucky I don't need to work. But some days, I'd kill to go back to banking or anything related to my field of study. Oh, don't tell me my son Tai invited another stranger to come talk to me again, did he? That boy means well, but he's gonna drive me crazy someday. Oh, it's just that he does this all the time. Tries to get someone to come check in on me. He's got a good heart, just not the best methods. My son means well, and I know he's just trying to look out for me. My husband, his father, isn't with us anymore. It's been hard ever since.
How about 20 questions? I'll start.
Keith died in a mining accident a few years ago. It wrecked me. Here I was, stuck on Mars, suddenly alone with a young child. I still haven't really recovered from that. I don't really know what to do.
Hey! No fair, how'd you know already? Maybe because you...
When Keith died, Deimos settled with us. Per the settlement, they agreed to buy this condo and allow us to live here rent-free until Tae turns 18. Finding work that I can do as a single mother here on Cydonia has been almost impossible. What little money we do get from the settlement every month goes directly towards what we need to live. To be fair, Deimos provides us with a sustainable lifestyle. They take care of health expenses, food, and more. But it's not enough to pick up and move. Now, nothing. I haven't worked in almost 10 years, not since we moved here for Keith's job. I had originally been offered a job here at the local Galbank branch as its manager. But not a week before I was due to start, they announced that the Cydonia branch was to be fully automated instead. It was never meant to be permanent anyway, but then when Keith died, I needed to take care of Tai full-time. Not many jobs here for a single mom. I know he does. I just wish I could do more for him. Thanks for the chat. Oh, welcome back. Tai is good. He obviously misses his daddy, and he's bright enough to understand the situation we're in. He keeps talking about how he wants to get a job and help move me out of here. He's a good boy. I don't know what I'd do without him. I just hope he doesn't have to get a job in the mines. I couldn't stand the thought of losing 2 of my guys to that life. Goodbye.
Later then.
I wish there were more kids like me around. The grown-ups are always so grumpy. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm so bored. My mom and dad said not to talk to people I don't know, so I thought maybe I could talk to you, and then I know you, and I won't be so bored. See? Now we're friends! And my parents can't say I'm not allowed to talk to you! Anyway, what do you want to talk about? I like to play with Tae sometimes. We come up with lots of games to play. Sometimes we listen to music or watch shows. But when he's not around, I like to draw. Sometimes I draw things and give them to people since they're so mopey all the time. It makes them smile. Actually, want to help me? I just drew these great pictures of Space Frog, but I can't go out right now. Can you help put them up for me? space frog from outer space. And he's a little frog character that I made up. I've never seen a real frog before, but I've seen pictures. Anyway, he lives in space and goes around to different planets helping people who are sad or need help. He's great. You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you! People are gonna be so happy. Here's a bunch of copies of the space frog drawing I made. You can post them in places where you think people will see them. Thank you so much! I sure am glad you're helping me. Not really. I mean, there's Taye. He's a good friend. But he's also one of my only friends. There aren't many kids on Mars, because my mom says that this is really only a place where people come to work hard jobs for a little while. But I wish there were more kids, because it gets boring, like when Taye is busy and my mom and dad are off working. It's okay, I guess. It's better than living outside, because Mars can't support life outside and I'd die. But maybe it would be nice to live on another planet someday. I think I used to when I was a real little kid. And sometimes my mom and dad would take me to visit my grandma and grandpa in New Atlantis. Bye-bye.
These are supposed to be luxurious condominiums. Huh. If you ask me, I find them to be rather underwhelming.
Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Labor.
Hey, careful around the equipment. Don't want to lose an arm or something.
I could use a break.
Always nice to kick back and rub its spear up.
Red and orange. Everything's red and orange.
You to Sidonia? Hope you like sand.
It's not easy living in Sidonia.
Hey there.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We've never met in person, but she's still one of my...
Greetings, my child. Is there any assistance the Sanctum Universum can offer you? Very well. Please accept this gift in peace and prosperity. Blessed is the Lord, for he giveth to those less fortunate. May I assist you with anything else? Perhaps you would be kind enough to stay and hear more about our beloved Holy Creator.
We can stay and listen if you like. I find theological discussions to be quite interesting.
The Sanctum Universum will always be available to you, if you wish to know more. Wonderful. God is indeed great. Not only did he breathe life into each and every one of us, but he opened the heavens to us and showed us the way to space so that we may be closer to him. The Sanctum Universum is always here to provide guidance in your spiritual journey, if you seek it. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. happily. God is wonderful and works in mysterious ways. You may feel down on your luck, but rest assured, He has a plan for you. You may feel free to use one of the community sleep pods, so long as it is unoccupied. We only ask that you take good care to leave it in the same state you find it in. Certainly. Take this, and may God be with you. I help run this community center along with my associate, Joy. People from all walks of life are always welcome to come here and share this space for whatever purpose they need. I am also here to assist those seeking faith in God, under the Sanctum Universum, as we lack a true spiritual center here on Mars. In its simplest form, Sanctum Universum believes that God has given us the ability to manipulate the heavens so that He may lead us to Him. As such, we accept those from all the faiths of old, provided they seek faith in the Almighty Creator. Because to truly follow the teachings of our Lord and Creator, you must still have faith. Were He to simply lead us to Him directly, it would defeat the purpose. You see, our mortal journey is still an important part of the human experience. We must learn and grow in our lives. Only then can we prove we are worthy of joining Him in the hereafter. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if one is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone, and we will happily serve those of any. Unfortunately, that is not the sort of assistance we can deliver, except in rare circumstances where we can help organize a fundraiser. Certainly. We don't currently have the soup kitchen open, but when we do, you are more than welcome. Faith be with you.
Don't be caught on the Martian surface without.
This is right where I belong.
I've warned. Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships in the sea? Hello there. Do I know you? Contract? Name doesn't ring a bell. You must not work at the office here in Sidonia, then. Well, nice to meet you anyway. I'm Leona Hawks, Deimos Staryard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around. We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong. I coordinate between Deimos Corporate and the other operations, such as the Staryard itself, and the mining operations here on Sidonia. Deimos Staryards Corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and priorities. My job is to make sure those are all in alignment. Bye then.
If you notice, worker satisfaction has been trending upwards recently. Taking their psychological concerns into account is
a long day.
The United Colonies Department of
It's a
Labor would
me.
like to
Mining
remind
must
you
be a
that
fuck job,
too much
or else why would we
work
keep getting so many applicants?
And
Do you work for me?
mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork or exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
Almost break time. Come on.
Hello. Do you have business with Governor Hurst? I see. Well, luckily, Governor Hurst enjoys visitors, and his schedule is fairly empty at the moment. I see no problem with it. You're very welcome.
I'd love to chat more, but I'm expecting a message any minute from the Trade Authority. You know how it is with these big businesses, am I right?
Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick.
What can I do for you?
I can answer your general questions about Sidonia, but nothing venturing into politics. Sorry, but it's my strict policy that I only speak with select members of the press and major political donors who are serious about making changes for the future prosperity of Mars. I'm sorry, I can't, but if you have any other questions about Sidonia, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, standard protections from the media and anyone who would go to them.
Sidonia's not much of a tourist destination, unless you're interested in humanity's first major colony outside of Earth. But if you're not here for work and you're looking to kill some time, I'm told the Martian surface is great for hiking. Beautiful scenery, assuming you like shades of red. If you're looking to kick back after that and experience Martian nightlife, the Broken Spear is as good a local watering hole as any. You mean besides being the most important city of industry to our proliferation across the galaxy? Well, this is the home of Deimos Star Yards, which perfected grav drive technology and made honest-to-goodness space travel truly possible. And to this day, our mines and manufacturing are instrumental in delivering resources used throughout the United Colonies. We may not outshine fancier cities like New Atlantis on its surface, but without Sidonia, there would be no United Colonies. Well, I've been appointed governor, going on 20 years now, I believe. Every day, I am passionate about serving the hard-working people of Mars. I look out for their interests, I support their prosperity, and in return, they help make the United Colonies a shining beacon of hope for humanity. If you ask me, there's nothing better than that. Considering I don't really know you, I'm not sure how to answer that. But Sidonia is a beacon of industry. There's plenty of work to go around. If you have mining experience, you may wish to check with whoever the current Deimos mining director is. Or maybe check with the Deimos Star Yard corporate office. If those aren't your speed, then there are a number of local businesses that are always looking for help. Goodbye.
Beaches are just lovely. Perhaps we should help Dennis clear Well, that's that.
No rush, but, well, actually... Oh, no! I hope they did not get into my cargo and ruin anything. As for the crew, I assume dead, yes? That is too bad. Too bad. But you found the ship and its cargo, and that is good at least. I will send someone to retrieve it now that you made it safe. Thank you. Maybe I will have more jobs for you. If you want. Hey, friendo. Got any special... plenty. I've always got work to do. Oh, wait. You mean more work from me for you? As a matter of fact, I do. You know how I have that shh business on the side? Well, I could use some help acquiring more goods to sell. How would you feel about obtaining them for me? No. They may not be entirely legitimate, but I assure you, they're not exactly illegal either. You'll be obtaining equipment from renegades, enemies of the settled systems. So really, you're doing everyone a favor. Well, I can't say for sure. I doubt these people will give their equipment over willingly, you see. But maybe, well, you seem the clever type. Maybe you can get in and out with no notice and they will never know. Of course, I can't say for sure. My buddy only tells me where to find them, not how to get what I need. Excellent, friendo. I have a buddy who gives me information on where to find renegades throughout the stars, and I will give this information to you. You will go there and get the items I need from them. One thing, though, I don't want to hear details on how you get them, but you will likely need to use force, so be careful. And try not to damage the merchandise.
In order to avoid injury, please report any spills or unsafe conditions on the upper levels to the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people. Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem.
Am I glad I got this job instead of minding some big problem?
I haven't had a day off in 3 years. I wrote the damn time off policy.
Worker satisfaction has been trending upwards recently. Taking their psychological concerns into account has played a part in it.
Deimos Star Yards may be the first major ship manufacturer, but that doesn't mean we haven't kept up with the times.
Unless you're a Deimos employee, I can't really help you. There's always something to do
Many
around
people
here.
think psychology is
It's not
only good
easy.
for treating
Have a good
past
day.
emotional trauma.
But it's a great way to prevent it in the first place.
Found a clutch of heat leeches.
I just know people are going to. Hi! Thanks for doing that for me. I wish I could do it myself, but having a friendly adult help me is almost as good. I know, right? Last time I did this, lots of people came over to tell me how much they loved it. I only hope these drawings stay up longer this time. Anyways, it's not much, but I got a little something for you as a thank you.
Okay, I can see you're serious about helping me. The who's and what's it? Sorry, mate, I've got no idea what you're on about. Sounds made up if you ask me. But then again, maybe the other miners have been inventing some jargon I'm not familiar with. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier.
Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit, keep it, or do whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his messages. It'll be easy, I promise. You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
Didn't think we had any new miners on account of the positions being full up. Yeah, okay, boss. If you really were new boss, then you'd know I tend to handle a lot of new announcements around here. And I definitely know about you. But nice try. Anyway, I'm Layla. When I'm not mining, I'm tinkering with Gnome, our unofficial mascot. I fill that computer brain of his with all sorts of nonsense and announcements. Of course, if you're here to chat, I'm always happy to talk shop. Especially if you're interested in talking about the heart of Mars. Oh, so you're interested in the heart of Mars, are you? Word is there's a cave out in the Martian waste with a gleaming node of the purest titanium ore you've ever seen. It's worth quite a lot of credits, but some say the heart of Mars is cursed. Hundreds have gone in search of it, never to return, and every one of them met a grisly fate. Maybe, just maybe, you could be the first to succeed, though. You know, if you think you got what it takes. No judgment if you're too scared. What? No. I mean, maybe the cursed part is... Look, I told you what I know. You can either choose to believe me or not. All I can say is that if you manage to find it and avoid the curse, you'll be a legend around here. Because in Roman mythology, Mars was the god of war. His heart is cold, but tough like titanium. One of the miners started calling it that long ago, and the name stuck. Seems fitting enough. Fair question. I'm not really the adventurous type, to be honest. And frankly, I don't need the money. So, I don't really feel the need to involve myself with the prospect of a potentially deadly cursed chunk of titanium. That's the spirit. You sure didn't seem like the type to be scared off by tales of cursed rocks. I'll give you the coordinates for the cave. Good luck out there, and be careful. Very funny. Who sent you to ask? Was it Rivka? No, she seems to know what she's doing. I bet it was Hank, wasn't it? He always acts like he's top dog, but we all know he couldn't mine his way out of a wet paper bag. Oh, you're a miner too. Funny, I didn't think there were any new contracts starting. Which means you must work for a rival company. And if you think I'm going to divulge trade secrets, you've got another thing coming. Look, I won't report you, because we've all been there. But I'm not going to help you either. I like this job. I don't have any intention of losing it over something like this. Yeah, Gnome's been down here forever. He's also been broken forever. Can't actually walk or do work, and we don't have it in the budget to fix him. No one's had the heart to junk him, but when I started, I gave him new purpose. I programmed him to tell us local news and announcements. I modeled his responses after my own sarcastic sense of humor. It proved to be popular, so I did what any aspiring comedian would do and gave him a bunch of stupid jokes to tell. People love it. Or at least that's what they say. This is only my second contract, so I think I've been here for 4 years now. It's great. I love it here. I'm working on getting those red eyes that are all the rage these days, you know. You'll hear a lot of these other chumps complaining about Sidonia. They say it's boring or dangerous or whatever. Look, I come from an iced planet. These people have no idea what they're talking about. Sidonia is practically paradise compared to where I grew up. Why? I mean, who wouldn't want cool blood red eyes? It's kind of a badge of honor thing around here. People know you're hot stuff when you got red eyes. Also, it freaks people who don't know about them. Except for little kids. They always seem to think it's awesome. Either way, it makes for fun social gatherings. Hey, see you around, I guess. Taken me a few years, but I'm finally feeling like I'm settled. What? Hold on. You're telling me you actually found the heart of Mars? It's supposed to be a harmless prank we send newbies to go find. It's not supposed to actually exist. Yet, here it is. Or at least something resembling the legend. The only way this could happen is if... Damn it! If I gave you the wrong cave coordinates. Well, whatever you found, it's still impressive. You showed me up on this one. Feel free to keep it, since I'd say you earned it.
Hello, stranger. I am Noah. What can I was activated 17 years ago. I malfunctioned and have been in disrepair and unable to move for over 9 years. Repairs are too costly, and I am well past my warranty expiration. Now, my primary function is that of an automated personal assistant. It was chosen over deactivation. I can make general announcements and relay messages from one registered miner to another. And I can report about local news. All news and information has been supplied by employees of Deimos's mining operations. I also have been programmed with a limited selection of jokes, but I have been told to warn you, they are not good. Sorry, you must be an employee of Deimos Staryard. I will still be here if you need help later. I cannot go anywhere.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't permanent.
I bet my super... Hey! See you around, I guess.
You know the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances, in short, no fun. Unless, as strictly defined by Sarah, said deviations, distractions, and dalliances are completely necessary in getting this fine vessel, the Discovery-class Starship Frontier, back home in one piece. I guess I'm still technically borrowing it from Constellation, even if I have no intention of actually giving it back.
Hi.
You'll have a tech free?
That's not a problem. And you're springing for the new reactor? It's still under manufacturer's warranty.
Yes. Can I get an invoice?
What'd you need one of those for?
Corporate policy.
Is it okay if I just write it on a notepad?
As long as it's written and signed, it could be on a loaf of bread. It's pretty dangerous out in space these days. Got another freighter that needs clearance.
Anything I can help you with?
Rifle? Already stowed. Fuel? Both ship and generator?
Waiting in the cargo hold.
All right, then I guess
there's nothing between us and setting up on a brand new world.
you ready to head out then?
One last drink?
Oh God, yes.
You see that scientist out in front of me?
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care. If you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Service with a smile. That's the UC way. Really? Nice! I went there a while back. Good to see they still remember me. Creepy? I think it's flattering. Because of my job, I don't really have too much free time to socialize or make friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. It's the best job in New Atlantis. But still, it can be hard to put myself out there sometimes. That's actually one of the reasons I went to the Sanctum Universum. Just to talk with people and get to know them. It was nice. It really was. Yeah, I think I will. But hey, let me ask you something. Do you believe in all this Sanctum Universum stuff? What do you think? Nice, cool. I don't know if I'll believe it myself, but I guess we'll see what happens. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for bringing this to me. Keep on keeping on. Working at the distribution center can be tiring. Oh no, when I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a miner on Sidonia, as weird as that may sound. I guess I never wanted to have a typical job. Lucky for me, working at the distribution center is anything but typical. Of course, who wouldn't? It's such a privilege to be able to work for the UC government, a true force of good. Every day is so exciting. I get to meet so many new people, solve interesting problems, and learn about developing situations throughout the settled systems. Yep, there's never a boring day at the distribution center. Oh, that's not really my area. I don't have clearance for that just yet. You'll want to talk to Miss Sang about it. Take it easy.
If you ask me, it's always a good time for a Terra Brew. I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the Viewport tonight. What, at Terra Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems. Fine, I guess. Wait. Am I glad to hear that. I already have a girlfriend. It's always awkward having to turn someone down. Catch you later, yeah? Oh, thank you. An invitation, huh? Yeah, I checked out the church a few weeks ago, but I haven't gone back yet. My girlfriend and I want to leave New Atlantis and travel the settled systems. We've been working our butts off, and my girlfriend is so excited. I'm excited too, but it's still a little scary, you know? We've been in New Atlantis all our lives. We don't even really know what to expect out there. I guess I was seeking out some sort of comfort from the church. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone in case I stop going. The church was interesting, but how can anyone know for certain that it's all real? Doesn't that bother anyone else? I guess that's probably why I never went back. There's no certainty. Maybe. I guess it couldn't hurt to visit again and talk with the others. I wonder if any of them felt how I do now when they started going to the church. But anyways, I have to get going. Thanks for talking with me and, for taking the time to... It's nothing like it. Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. I sure hope your day is going as well as mine is.
Abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
I'm a pretty devoted follower. I love coming to listen to Keeper Aquilus and talk with the others. I still have a lot to learn, though. I truly believe that Keeper Aquilus and the Sanctum Universum has been an absolutely positive influence on my life. I try to reach out to others as much as possible, you know, invite them to come talk with us and spread Keeper Aquilus's teachings. I think it's the least I can do. Sure, but I warn you, I'm not the world's most... I was born and raised in New Atlantis. Actually, to be more specific, the Well. I had a rough childhood like most people from down there. And luckily for me, I managed to get out of there and find a job in a commercial district. The Sanctum Universum has been helpful for me. I admittedly have struggled with feelings of anger, and sometimes I still do. Keeper Aquilus and the church have really helped me to become a better person.
Down with the FC! What do you want? I'm very busy. What? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I went to the Sanctum Universum a while back. I haven't checked it out again, though. I'm not sure. The truth is that I want to believe in it all. The Sanctum Universum believes that God gave us the ability to grab jumps so that we can search for him and find him. If that's true, maybe I can find my dad as well. I lost him when I was just a little girl. I can barely remember him. I don't need a lecture from you. Listen, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'll go back if I want to. Never forget what the FC did. Never forget! What's my problem with them? Really? I'm keeping the FC accountable for the terrible things they've done. The Colony War was an unforgivable tragedy. Countless lives could have been spared, but the Freestar Collective was out for blood. The Freestar Collective took my father away from me. Finally, someone that understands. It feels good to know that someone understands what I'm feeling. The FC won't get away with what they did. I'll be out here every day spreading the truth if I have to. If not for me, for everyone in the UC that wants justice. Well, I want it torn down, of course. The fact that there's even an embassy for them here after what they did, it's infuriating. Tear it down. Tear it all down. Absolutely. The UC's olive branch should only go so far. Allowing the FC to have an embassy in the heart of New Atlantis is shameful. See you.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes people just need a little reminder that they're always welcome here. Here, your payments as promised. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
There are always about 1 million things to do, and I'm only one person. Hey! Oh, sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in 2 places at once, and Carl isn't here, so I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's kind of a 2-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution. Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take... What I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Are you going to apply for the job?
I signed up for a test pilot program just the other day. I'm not gonna end up like these lifeless and well rats. No way.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry. You should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
some of the shit from the Freestar systems might actually kill you. Drink enough of it. But you know, it's cheap, so silver linings and all that. You buying? What's it gonna be? First of all, I didn't ask what you thought of it. Second, don't blow smoke up my ass. We both down here. Like that's somehow different from other bars? What are you? A structural engineer? Some mass egghead? I know full well what down here implies.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. This should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet. The final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down. Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Don't mind me. Just a weary man, resting his feet. It's a quaint shop, isn't it? Oh, Henrik is an old friend of mine. I help out around here from time to time. But I don't just loiter around. I'm involved in my own business endeavor as well. Maybe a little, but that's not such a bad thing, is it? Better than all the noise and attention topside, if you ask. Unfortunately, I'm quite old-fashioned. I only deal with associates that I know and trust. But if you do a small favor for me, I might feel comfortable opening my business up to you. All you need to do is pick up a package from Red Mile and deliver it to me. You don't even need to interact with anyone. Fantastic. Stay out of trouble.
No loitering, okay? I don't have the patience for it. Can't say I'll have what you need. But that's so. Think folks down here are too poor to afford electronics. Not the first time Yeah, I get that kind of attitude far too often. You find yourself with any more commentary, feel free to keep it to yourself. It's fine. Just maybe give things an extra thought before you let them roll right out of your mouth. Nope. No question, business. Not too worried, though. Managed to make ends meet for a good long while. Don't expect that to change. Stay safe out there.
Jake's is a good place to meet contacts. It's got the right amount of booze and the right amount of schmooze. I'm working on it, taking the UC Vanguard exams, saving up for my own ship. You know how it works. It's just taking a little longer than I expected. Damn, hotshot. What are you doing down here, then? This is the last place I'd be. You want food? Go to Kay's. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bags and move in. Seriously, though, this place is half doom and all gloom, which is... Where'd you grow up? A septic tank?
It's about the only place worse than this town. See ya.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Well, not everyone would be. And thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well...
Gotta call someone.
Even in the well, the Trade Authority continues to flourish. Makes you sick,
You'll have
doesn't
to...
it?
I'm afraid I can't keep track of all your little worker drones. I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes.
Howdy, yes. Of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence? The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it. I'm sorry.
What?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this. I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment.
I'll be right back.
Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, if, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her.
And
Okay,
I'd
just
ask that you pass
be ready
along
for
my
anything.
request to
I don't know if she's
stop
going to
these
come out of
silly
there with a
games.
gun or call in
So,
mercenaries
what'll
or
it
what.
be?
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? That's dramatic.
Please, let me know if I can assist you further. I thought the name made it rather obvious. We are the authority on trade in the settled system, whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, or individual requests. We make sure things get where they need to go. We have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with nearly every major corporation and faction there is. We've been in New Atlantis for a very long time, before most things topside were built. With lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and discreet access to the spaceport, it makes sense to stay. It's had the unintentional, but not unwelcome, side effect of weeding out people who can be timid about doing business. Of course. Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mask's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? The sooner you find the source of all this, the sooner it can be over. Hello?
People joke.
Hey there. You should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
Can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
And I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
One never knows when information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Nicely done.
So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this. So, looks like maybe someone thought they could hack into Galabank's system. In fact, looks like maybe they did. Still want to claim you had nothing to do with this, Zoe?
My dear, why in the world would I want to break the law? And Galbank, no less. I do quite enough business with them as it is.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
I very much doubt that.
See you around.
If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it. Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. For example, the Trade Authority uses them to post You'll usually find mission boards in bars, typically ones nearest the spaceport. You might be able to find them elsewhere, but that's your bet.
I've got limited resources, but I try not... Well, that's what I'm here for. I've seen so much worse than this. Can get you fixed up for sure. We'll do some cleaning, a bit of closing up, and you... There you go. We're no Reliant Medical down here. Don't have much of a choice. Can't afford to pay staff, and... While I've got a few volunteers from the community, I can only ask so much of them. We've scraped by for a good long while now, and we'll continue to do so. Don't you worry. Funny story about that. You know, when people first arrived on Jemison, they dismantled the colony ship and used the parts to establish a place to live. Over time, they built out, and up, and up, and after long enough, they started to forget about the people and the things till down here. The walls and the ceiling have changed, but this place still uses equipment from that old ship. And it's here because not everyone in New Atlantis can afford Reliant Medical.